Sentencing, one of the most serious days in someone's life. Standing before a court in judgment without knowing what the sentence is going to be after you've been found guilty of committing a crime. The uncertainty, the pressure, and the stress is overwhelming. You know, there's a difference between being sentenced after you've pled guilty and after you've gone to a trial and asked a jury to determine whether you're guilty or not guilty. The significance of the two cannot be understated. When an individual accepts responsibility for committing a crime and stands in front of a judge for sentencing, that's a major factor that a judge takes into account. In state court, when an individual pleads guilty, typically it's because there's been a negotiated plea bargain between the prosecution and the defense. And in the state of Florida, where I primarily practice, the judge can only accept or reject a negotiated plea. So you know exactly what's going to happen to you. If you negotiate a plea that keeps you out of a jail in state court, the judge can't turn around and sentence you to jail, so you have a lot of certainty. In federal court, however, when you plead guilty, even if you've negotiated a specific sentence with the prosecutor and it's recommended to the judge, there's no guarantee that the judge is going to follow it. Because in federal court, the judge is free to sentence an individual as they see fit based on a number of factors. Now, after you've gone to a jury trial and you've stood in front of a judge for sentencing, it's the same whether you're in state court or federal court. The judge has the ultimate decision-making power about what the appropriate sentence is. In the state of Florida and in the United States courts, sentencings are primarily based upon what are called the sentencing guidelines. And while the sentencing guidelines may not be entirely binding on the judge, they're a very, very significant factor in the judge's decision-making process. So what do? One of the most important contributions that you can make to your sentencing is to provide your attorney with information about your entire life, about your family, but most importantly, about what you plan on doing in the future. It's very important that you work with an experienced criminal defense attorney who knows how to present your story to the court and make sure that whatever sentence you're going to receive, it's going to be the lowest possible sentence that is both sufficient but not greater than necessary to punish the crime and provide deterrence to society so that others don't commit the same crime. It is so important to be in the hands of a skilled criminal defense attorney that it cannot be understated. If you're facing sentencing, get in touch with your lawyer. Don't wait until the last minute and see what you can do to make it go the best possible way and get you the best possible outcome.